Hello, good day to all of you. My name is Blair and welcome to another OS operating system. Today we're going to take a look into the Voyager OS, which is the version 25.04. And this time we will try to look into this as we are going on to the process of visiting the website until the installation process. We go to the live boot to install our operating system and take a look into what are the apps are they available in this version.
So we have the website, that's voyagerlive.org, and of course we have this information. So it greeted us with the Linux Air Liberty Voyager, and we will just gonna click about this one, the double type of window manager, the desktop environment, and it is actually in GNOME 48 and the Xfce 4.20. It has a ChatGPT 3.5 terminal and some extension. So let's just download this one right here. Just download right here, and then when you click it, it will proceed to this website, and shortly it will just start downloading, and click where to save it. I save it in my download folder and it is already here. So more information about this one, just click right here and let's see if what we have installed for you. So this is in French because this is French base. So just click right here in the English version so that it will transform into the translated version. So when you click this one, it will translate the whole page for you. So let's proceed to the live boot. So I have already my download folder right here, which is the Voyager 25.04. It is for the AMD and the 64-bit. And let's go to our boxes. I'll be using boxes because it is much faster in response. It is responsive. Let's create. So let me click that one, open the Voyager, and then let's create Voyager 0.04. Okay, I'll give it like maybe 8 gigabytes of random access memory or RAM. Instead of like 20, I'll give it like 30 so that I have a lot of space. And let me full screen this one. This is actually the live boot. So let me see if everything will be installed for the live boot. Yes. So let's try to install. We could like also try it before you install, but well, it's up to you. Okay, let's install. Of course, I'm all good with this one. Keyboard layout plus the keyboards all English, normal. Yes, it will be normal installation. Let's click continue. Very easy to install. If you have Windows, it will be on the bottom right here, which is informing you that you could like install it alongside with your Windows. So it's up to you, but right now I'm just in my virtual machine, virtual boxes. So I'm just gonna erase everything in my disk or in my storage space, and then it will ask you again if you will continue further. Just click continue. This will take about like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, or maybe it will reach maybe 20 minutes if you have a little bit like slower type of computer. This depends on your system actually, okay? So if you were in somewhere else, for example, if you're in the Philippines, just click the island of the Philippines and you have the Manila time zone, and then just click continue. And then it will ask you for your name. For my computer, I'll just gonna be using my brand Rialbbe. Plus I'll just gonna give it like maybe maybe 4 characters, so it shows short. It's okay because this is gonna be not my daily driver. It's gonna be for my testing. If you are using this as your daily driver in your laptop computer, so I asked for a little bit, like maybe 6 character, so it will be safer, and it requires every time that I will log in a password. It will be more secure. Now it is installing everything, so let's wait until it reaches 100%, and if there's some questions you will fill in, just apply it, okay? Okay, the installation is already complete. Let's start our computer and leave the live boot and the installation. Let's restart, enter to exit properly, and then let's re-enter again because we're just only restarting our computer. And this is the initial boot right now. So we are now in the startup page. But I'm eager to see if they have the welcome app. Right, so we have to enter our super secret password, which is so easy. It's just only 4 characters. Alright, so this is their desktop user interface, and they have the welcome app. Cool. And there is the notification that we have the updates. So let's just close that one first. Let's start with this one, the welcome to Voyager 25.04 complete installation. Additional settings will be probably in the next page. Let's see. Yes, so if you want to share your information about your location, software that you install, the machine that you have, and the time zone, because if they need actually the downtime, they will just gonna ask the time zone and your location so that they will know which is the server has a problem and what are the software that you will be installing. That is why they asked you for some information to know their telemetries, and at the same time what kind of computer that you have. Let me move that one, the update. I am still in the welcome app, so for me I'll just gonna, yeah, it's gonna be okay. I'll gonna share some of the information, and then let's click. Maybe later I gonna open the App Center. So let me close this one, and we have the update. So let me update this at the same time. It is just only 100 plus megabytes of update right here in our software, and probably some system software at the same time with a Voyager 25.04, and it will just gonna maybe take a little bit, like maybe just a few seconds or a few minutes. It depends on your internet connection. So let's wait for this to reach 100%. Okay, our software has been up to date. Let's click OK, and then let's proceed to our desktop user interface. So our desktop user interface is a little bit like this is the GNOME. So maybe later we will just gonna go to the desktop settings that we have, which is, where is that? So we have a lot of software right here. Let me see. So this is the desktop user interface, the desktop UI. So as you can see, we have the dock right here. It's a little bit like the how do I say this one? This is the GNOME, but at the same time you could also see this type of desktop environment in your Android, which is also used by the Samsung DeX. Okay, so the Samsung DeX is a little bit like similar like this one. You have the show apps right here. On the other side, it's supposed to be right here, but you could like always move this one if you wanted to. Just like in your Mac OS, it has also this one, but it is on the other side too. You could like move this one if you wanted to. Okay, so this is the dock. So you have the show apps or the launch pad or the launch apps or start menu programs, and you have the quick launch right here. This is the quick launch application that you could like click whatever you want, and you could also put the application icons if you wanted to, like your favorites, log it in into your quick launch application. In the upper right, we have the icon right here. It is also the show apps or the launchpad at the same time. It is like in your Mac OS. When you click this one, you have all the options. So if you say that you don't know how to use Linux, which means you don't know how to use Mac OS, which is based in Unix, because Unix and Linux are cousins. They're all the same script. If you are a programmer, if you know how to make some application, of course, it is all the same. Okay, let's move on to this one. So what is this? This is your workspace 1 and workspace 2. When I move one to the other, it will identify the long one is the current, and when I move this one, this is on the other side. Okay, so that's how you use the workspace. So in Windows, you have also the options. I think it's just only like recently, like in Windows 7. Yeah, they started with Windows 7. Okay, so on the other end of the upper dock right here, we have the time and date and the notification. So we have the time and date right here. So you have all these information that 5 minutes ago they were asking me for the update if you are ready to install, and the software update is already waiting for it, but of course it's already finished. Let's just clear that one. And you also have the time right here. You could also change that one later in the settings. We also have the information right here, the notification, like that one, this one too. That is their notification. As you can see, you are using all these options like in your Mac OS, including your wired connection or your Wi-Fi, plus your power mode if you want to be in balance, or just power saver. And you have the options a night, light, or night mode, or dark style, like this one. This is the dark style. When you click, it will be like that, just like in your Mac OS, right? It's absolutely like the same. And then you have the auto rotation if you want to like have the mobility, because Linux is already like ready for ARM base and tablet base operating system. And Caffeine, if you want to like hibernate for an hour, 15 minutes or 30 minutes, or maybe whatever you want. And you have also the settings right here. So if you want to change, well, you could like change whatever you want right here. Even the desktop configuration right here. Be careful, yeah. Of course, be careful when you editing. And at the same time, we have the blocker, the ad blocker if you want, or no notifications coming in. We have also the widget right here. The widget will tell you about more about like your time and date, random access memory, your storage space, plus your CPU, how many percent is occupying. And right now it's 0%. Well, yes. And the temperature is normal. I don't have any like really having some issues. And at the same time, power, no issues because I'm not using the battery. And of course, let me see if you want to change your location of this one, your folder, your icons right here. It is like in Windows 2, you could like drag it, modify it Like if you want to move this one into this upper section, it's up to you. Okay, so how about this one? This is the whole wallpaper, just like in Windows or Mac. When you right click the mouse, you could like change the background wallpaper, and then you have right here the options. So you have a lot of options, and at the same time, if you are bored with your pre-installed, you just click right here on the plus sign, which is your folder for your pictures. And then if you have some pictures that you are already installed in your computer, it will be appearing that one. And at the same time, you have the options right here if you want to change the looks of your wallpaper. So as you can see, I'm just scrolling and scrolling. You could also like this one. This is the automatic, but if you don't want it, just click right here, or this one for the dark mode. As you can see, it's beautiful Voyager wallpapers. Cool, right? So how about if I just gonna click like this, because it has two separate wallpapers. When I click the light and the dark, it will also change into your perspective style. Okay, so let me close that one. That is our appearance. And now let's go to the software. So let's go to the software. Where's the software center? So it's right here. So let me click that one. In a software center, you could like always like check for your update. So 14 to 15 minutes ago, we already have checked our update, and we are now in up to date. And if you want to install your favorite software, just go right here in the Explore tab, and then click the Finder or the magnifying glass or the search bar. And then let's try to look for some Office. So Office, when you type in, it's just gonna search for that one. You have the option to have the WPS software, and you have also the option for the only Office. So it's really up to you. So for me, I'll just gonna use the only Office. Let's try to install the only Office software. So let's click install. And after that, we're just gonna wait. Not like Windows that you are like constantly bombarded with questions. In Linux, you just one click away. But of course, it will be secure, as it will ask you for the password if you want to install it. And at the same time, it has this one, the verified, the blue check icon right here. So it is verified, which is secure. It is not the shady that is like having some like getting your information. But of course, it has potential unsafe because the reading and writing of your data. So it will be like that. So it will be working as only in desktop, not in website. So that is why it has information, how much is the download space, and the need to be additional for the system download. So the version of our only Office suite is 8.3.3. So it is a community build, so the developers are international and constantly checking this project. So you have some question, just go to the website onlyoffice.com, which is also here. You could click this icon too if you wanted to. So right now the installation process is about like 90% already. So let's wait for it to install everything. And let's see. Let's open the application. It's already finished. It's already loading the application details. And let's go to the default application. So the default application right here, we have the help, language support, calculator, maps, weather, extension managers, software update, parental control if you want to control the usage of your kids using the computer, of course. We also have some Thunderbird email client And we have the LibreOffice at the same time, the LibreOffice Office Suite, but I prefer the only Office. That's why I downloaded it. And it comes with the VLC, which is very, very, very easy to use. We also have the shortcuts for your video editing. And the other in the other category right here on your application, you also have the viewer for your image, plus the Impress is actually your PowerPoint. The draw is for the publishing, and the document viewer, document scanner. If you have the scanner, just plug it in, because it will just plug and play, and it will just scan if whatever you want. And you have also the printer right here. Transmission is one of the basic Linux application that we could use for downloading your software and updates at the same time right here, and your settings. And if you want to change your settings, just go right here. You have all the options right here, from your Bluetooth to your display, sound. You have built-in. If you have the the external type of hardware, you could access it right here too. You have multitask right here, appearance, Ubuntu desktop, and at the same time your apps, notifications, search, account, or your account for your Google or your Microsoft. Well, why is it Linux has Microsoft right here in the email account? Because actually Linux and Microsoft are working together, because Microsoft has its distro right here in Linux. We call this one as Azure, or the Microsoft Linux. So maybe in the next few years from now, maybe Microsoft will eventually migrate to the Linux as their base for their operating system. As we all know, Microsoft still has some problems having the green screen of death, the blue screen of death, or the screen of death. Okay. Sharing at the same time, if you want to share, you could turn it off, you could turn it on, plus the name of your computer you could change right here if you wanted to. Let me see, even your mouse right here, trackpad, and your keyboard, color management, printer if you have printer, access right here for the seeing, hearing, typing, and all those stuff, the privacy mode right here, and your system. And if you want to check your abouts, what is the latest version of your hardware, you could check this one out too, and including your software operating system. Let's go back to the application. I still have the third category. We have also the boot repair. If you have some problem with your boot loader, so you could always repair it right here. Plus your OS installer. If you want to change your operating system, you could uninstall the operating system right here by clicking this one. You could choose whatever software that you want to erase. For example, if you have Windows, you could erase that one, including the bootloader of your Windows. And if you have the startup disk creator, this is one of your best friend. If you are a developer, you have the option by using your USB to create the bootable USB. Your system monitor at the same time right here, you could check your system monitor. For example, you have the CPU 1, 2, 3 until 12, so it's up to you. You could click this one too. Okay, so the memory right here, we have only 8 gigabytes of random access memory, plus we have the swap, which is the virtual memory, which uses the flash drive or flash memory or flash storage, which is actually your NVMe or your SSD. You can also check your network receiving and sending, your input output. If something is wrong, maybe there is a bug or maybe there is a virus, you could check this one out. If we're just gonna send a lot of data, then you will be oh no, you're infected with viruses. So that is why Linux is very secure compared to other operating system, because you could like always see everything right here, including your disk. What is your reading? What is your writing? Which is input and output. Maybe someone is rewriting your information. That's why we have this one. Cool, right? Process is right here, just like in Windows or in Mac, your system at the same time. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have some question, of course, feel free to ask me. Write it in the comments down below. And conclusion about this operating system, the Voyager 25.04. Well, for me, it is so easy. It's already like baked right here. You don't have to do something like really like download or after you install. Just like when you install the Windows, you have to wait for 3 hours, right? But right here in Linux, it's just only like 5 to 20 minutes of installation time. So that is awesome. And then it will comes with even your games right here. Like, you know, if you have the solitaire in Windows, we also have solitaire right here in Linux operating system, which is right now the Voyager 25.04. That's the version 25.04, which is year 2025. The 04, which represents the month of April. So the name of this distro, of this Linux distro, is actually the Voyager. Okay, so you also have the Mahjong right here. If you have Mahjong in your Windows or Mac, you also have right here your free games on your Linux. You have also the option like the 2048. I really like to play this one, especially the Sudoku. Chess, yes, I wanted to play. Yes, of course, we also have mines right here, the Minesweeper, and the Pac-Man. Cool, right? So you just check your system right here. You have all the options. Synaptic Package Manager is also present right here, aside from the GNOME Software Center. Of course, the installation is so easy. It's not too hard. Let me see. How about the feels like? This one, the Voyager, it feels like Mac OS. So no question about it. It's just like Mac OS or like Samsung DeX. So because Samsung DeX and GNOME are a little bit like the same, because the Android and the Samsung DeX are actually based in Linux operating system. That's why if you want to go to these sources, you will see that even the website pointing out that Androids are Linux. And of course, some people don't want to let you know that the Android or Samsung DeX are based in Linux. In Mac OS and iPads, well, that's Unix. They're all the same, actually. When you side by side it will be just the same. Except for the KDE, because KDE is more like Windows-like. How about the user experience? This one, it's more like Mac, so it is easy. It is not like you need to have the advanced information that you need how to use the operating system. For this one, it is very easy. It's just ordinary. Like if you're struggling first at your new Android operating system, like maybe you have the colors desktop interface or the desktop UI or Harmony OS UI or One UI, you could like always having some struggle at first, but after that it will be like normalized. Well, how to shut down? This is the question sometimes we intend to forget. How to shut down? Well, just click right here on the upper right side. You have the option right here. You have the power right here. You have the lock settings and screenshot. If you want to screenshot, just click right here, just like this one. You could like do it like that one and then click, or you could like click screenshot the whole screen and then click. Let us see the same. And then if you want to screenshot like only that particular, yeah, this one only, like that kind of like app, when you screenshot that one, it's just only that one. See, it removes all those backgrounds. So nice, right? So going back to power button, let's click right here, power button. You have the suspend, which means it will be suspended like maybe several minutes. When you get back, you could resume it. Restart actually, if you want to just restart it. And shut down or the power off. Log out if you want to change the username, so you could use the log out. So let me see. If you have some question, feel free to ask me. Write it in the comments down below. I'm Blair, your science, computer, and mathematics teacher. Bye for now and see you in the next episode of the operating system right here in my channel. This is available in rumble.com, odyssey.com, facebook.com, and at the same time, youtube.com. Now let's try to click shutdown. Bye for now, and see ya in the next adventure. Ciao!